So this is part two of six, of me highlighting various aspects of Thrive Life food as I would in a regular tasting that I would do with you in person. So number two today is going to be the convenience of the food. I have a few things laid out on the floor, so my cat and potentially my dog are gonna help me with this one. But I'm just gonna give you a little panorama here, if I can figure it out. So I'm gonna talk about each of these things. We've got a Smart Start kit here. We have a simple plate, some snackies, some of the fruits and vegetables and meats and cans, an express meal, a to-go meal, and then there on the end, a meal in a jar. Okay, so hopefully you can see all of those. And the cat in the back. Whoops. Oh, almost lost you there. There we go. So before I talk about all of those items, I'm going to talk about what makes Thrive so convenient and so easy and reliable and dependable for you in your own pantry. Okay? So the first thing that I really love about Thrive is that it's groceries that are delivered right to your door. You don't have to go out to the grocery store and walk up and down the aisles and try and figure out what you need and do you have any of that left over, and well, maybe you should pick up some of that because it's on sale, or right? A lot of people don't like grocery shopping, and a small percentage of people get huge anxiety. So if you're one of those people, then Thrive is definitely for you. So one less trip to the grocery store in a month never hurt anybody. The second thing is all of your fruits and vegetables and meats, everything is already washed, chopped, peeled. This is a can of the peaches. Those are already chopped up. Peaches are my all-time favorite fruit that Thrive has. The meat is already browned. You don't have to cry over chopping up your onions, any of that. So super convenient. When you're in a hurry, you can not worry about the prep. A lot of people who ask me, or who I ask, I should say, about cooking in the kitchen, they say, I don't like the prep. And so they don't cook. And so that is taken care of for you. If you don't have to spend 20 minutes just chopping up onions and peppers and browning meat and I don't know. I don't even know. I don't do it very much. Then you're more likely to cook easier and a little healthier too. So it's really good on, especially on those really busy nights. You can just throw and go. You can have a meal ready within 20 minutes or less. So that's awesome for a lot of us who are busy, which is everyone. We're all busy. And the other thing that's so great about Thrive and that makes it so convenient is that it's good today when you need it, or it's good tomorrow, or it's good in a month from now. So it's going to save you money, which we're going to talk about in another segment, but it's going to save you that time too, where you don't have, and that stress, where you don't have to worry if your spinach is going brown in the fridge, or if you need to plan a specific meal about the ingredients that you have in your fridge because they're about to go bad and you got to use them up, right? The shelf life on these cans, if you don't open them, is 25 years. Most of the items are 25 years. If you do open them, between 1 and 2 years. So they are good to use when you are ready to use them. So that's an amazing, convenient thing. It saves you time, saves you stress, saves you money. It's really awesome. So I'm gonna tell you a story about the convenience of Thrive and then talk about these items. A couple months ago, I asked some people to come and help me work on my garden because I wanted to put some garden beds in. It's a joke because everything died, but I tried. And I was like, if you come, I'll feed you lunch, which was folly because I, didn't have very much food in the house, but I thought, I've got Thrive. So they were outside working, and I was inside, and I whipped up a simple plate meal and threw together a quick salad, and there we go. I was done. Everything was ready to go in about 20 minutes. They enjoyed their food. I was grateful for their work, and I didn't have to worry about, oh shoot, I have to run to the grocery store because I need beef and rice and beans and broccoli and, you know, everything else that's in this meal. I didn't have to worry about that. It was already in a box in my pantry. Or I could have done it with the individual ingredients. So that was a huge stress saver for me. So this one is a simple plate. They've got, I don't know, 20 simple plates, and they are delicious. Let's see if I can coordinate my hands. They come, of course, with a recipe and step-by-step instructions on how to use them. They're super handy. And then all of the ingredients are proportioned, and they have corresponding names or numbers and colors on when to use them, how to use them in the recipe. So it's a simple it's a simple box that anyone can learn how to use in no time flat. I really like the simple plates. They are put together by Chef Todd, and Chef Todd just recently in July won a competition, a chef competition in the United States, and so that means he is the #1 chef in the entire country. So that's a big deal. That man can cook. So the next thing I want to highlight are the chef packs. So when you get a chef pack, you get 6 or 7 recipes that look like this, very similar to the simple plate. The difference is you get 9 or 10 of the pantry cans. Okay, so that's the smaller size cans. And so what that does is it enables you to start throwing and going, right? Scooping in various ingredients for recipes, whether you use these recipes or your own, you have the individual ingredients to start using. So that's also very convenient, because you have everything you need. You've got a handful of recipes ready to go. You can make a quick side or a quick main dish and use up the food that comes in one little box. So then we have the snackies, and they've got a bunch of these snackies. Different sizes. There's 2 different sizes, and a whole bunch of different vegetables, fruit, yogurt, and then they've got these combos. This one's Havarti cheese and pretzels. These ones are really good for popping in your purse or having in the car. Sometimes my blood sugar gets a little low, so this makes a really good quick snack for me to get my blood sugar back up so I can get on with the rest of my day without feeling like I need to pass out for a minute. Okay, so those are really handy to just have ready to go when you are. Another quick meal they have, they're called express meals. I really like these for when I'm camping. They had these when I first signed up, and that was something that really caught our eye because we like to go backcountry camping, and so this was one of the things we thought, oh, we could take that into the bush with us, or even just if we're camping out of our car. This is a new thing that they launched this summer at convention. They're to-go pouches. All you gotta do is rip off the top, add in some water, let it rehydrate, and boom, you've got lunch. So now you have no excuse, if you're like me, to not eat lunch. Because these fit really nicely into your purse or your lunchbox or a desk drawer. You could fit several of these in your desk drawer at work, whatever your story is. Right now they've got 3 to-go meals, and for sure they're gonna be making more. They are really handy, really good. And then I have 2 cans out here. I'll just spin this around so you can see what they are. The onions and the ground beef. And I chose to talk about these ones because the hamburger looks like the hamburger. If we can see it. There we go. Right? But the great thing is that it's already been browned. It's cooked. It's ready to go. You just have to rehydrate it, and you've got your meal once it's warm. And then with the onions, this is a big thing for a lot of people, is that they don't have to cry over their onions anymore. These ones are chopped onions. They also have onion slices, if you want, in a fajita or something. So that is super handy. Takes so much of the time away from your prep. And then the last thing that a lot of people like to make are these meal in jars. So this is a beef minestrone soup. Now you make these on your own with the Thrive ingredients that you have kicking around. So in here I've got hamburger and onions and carrots and mushrooms and red peppers and tomatoes and green onions and macaroni and some sauce on the bottom from Thrive and probably something else. But it's got everything in there. So if I'm really running behind, all I have to do is boil some water, add in my soup. As soon as the macaroni is done, I've got my meal. And this is about 4 or 5 cups worth of soup in here. So if I have company and I'm behind or not prepared like I was last time, and I was out of simple plates, not that that would ever happen, then I could toss in a meal in jar. I also take these camping. When we go camping, they're good for potlucks. Ooh, I forgot to prepare for the potluck, so toss one of those in, right? So there's so many different ways that you can put Thrive food into your regular food, into your regular eating habits. There's so many different ways to use it. It's really versatile. Pretty much any dish that you make now, if there's a Thrive ingredient that matches it, you know, if you're putting carrots in, you can put the carrots in. Or the onions, or the peppers, or the peaches, or anything, right? If Thrive has it, you can substitute what you would normally do with that ingredient with a Thrive ingredient. Okay, so I hope that that highlights some of the convenience of the food for you. I love using these, all of these different kinds of ingredients, all of these different products, the to-goes, the snackies, the chef's packs, all of it. It has saved me so much time and so much bother, and I know it can do the same for you. So if you have any questions, shoot me a note. I'd be happy to go into any of these in a little more depth for you, and we'll work on segment number 3 coming right up here. Okay, so we'll see you next time. Bye!